I feel a little, what do I feel? Subdued, reflective. I see a flock of birds flying together through the window. One of my favourite things to witness, to observe, is certain times of the day. It's either kind of early in the morning or around dusk, and especially when it's still. And it was quite a while ago I noticed them doing this, and they would be out there and they wouldn't be sort of just going past from A to B or A to Z. They would be flying and zooming, and a couple of them, it looked like they were playing chasey, and they were playing like planes do their dogfight, I've heard the term. It was just mesmerizing, and I knew that the birds were just playing, they were just flying and enjoying the fact that they were flying just for the sake of flying and being. And I learn a lot from watching that. I learn a lot from observing, and I found over time that it is that being witness to something that allows me to learn and grow without actually being in it. And I've witnessed a lot in life, and even from a distance, and I've learned and grown from that. And then my own being in something, and it has been the harder times, the harder lessons, that not actually when I'm in it, but after the fact, when I am witnessing myself. I just realized that, okay, I didn't know that. I was witnessing, I later witnessed myself, observed myself in hindsight. And that was the point of growing, it was the witnessing. Okay, there's something in this. I feel really sombre today. I had a bath last night, and I find, especially at the moment when I am in or around water, and it could be the bath, could be the shower, I could be sitting on the loo, I could be doing dishes or standing on dewy grass. It is a common element in these equations is the water. And that's when I have a lot of things kind of come in. And last night in the bath, I kind of have forgotten, it comes in if I don't grasp it or note it or record it straight away. It's gone, but it's not. So I have the understanding or understanding, whichever word works, you know what I mean, that we don't need to necessarily remember consciously everything, because everything that comes into our field, into our observations, into our witnessing of it, has the ability to integrate. And I think I don't even know if it does or doesn't, I think it just does. Anything that comes into your field, whether you remember it or not, has changed you, has morphed you, has integrated with your being. And I was thinking about this, well, I've just had, my mind's just been going, But in saying that, it's also being so still. It's contrasting because there is this thought process going on, but then there's also a non-thought process going on. I'm not sure how to explain that. But this thought also of... Now, I've had things in life that haven't been easy. I felt like I suffered, and I don't want to be a victim. I think it's really important we don't get into victim mode and allow that to be our story. That's not helpful for us, maybe to others when they witness that, so they can see from an outer... why am I tripping over my words? Outer perspective, what it is to be that, and potentially choose or not choose it. But because we are all trying our best, I think, to choose what does serve us. And also within that, I find it's really important to... There's a balance between choosing yourself and also choosing everyone else. And okay. See, this has been confusing me, and I've just had the answer, I think. I think I have. So I, through a long period of life, put everyone else on a pedestal and always kind of put them first. I'll make sure they're okay. My kids, my partner, family, friends, I'll make sure they're okay. Let's do what serves them. I'm serving humanity. No, I didn't actually think of it that way at first. I would compromise myself for other people, even strangers, people I don't even know, people that might not have been very nice. I compromised myself to a huge detriment, which caused me a lot of suffering. I did learn from it, but in a way, I wish the lessons didn't have to hold such suffering. So before I get off track, I need to get back to this because I gotta even write this down. Okay, there is serving. I'm going to write this down as I speak. Serving yourself, serving others. So if you just serve others, and if you are in that unworthiness or the not feeling deserving, you probably will be just serving others, and they will be up on a pedestal, and you will feel and think that everyone's more important than yourself. Please don't do that. But then on the polarity, I just did this, serving yourself, serving others, and then I just drew that. I wonder if that gives you a clue as to where I'm going. Or in the polarity, you could just serve yourself and you put yourself first in every sense. It would be... I just had this image of, I don't know if you've seen, there's a Seinfeld episode where there was some emergency, whether it was in a building or something, and George Costanza pushed women and children out the way to save himself. If you're doing that sort of serving yourself, that's probably not good. Or if you serve yourself negating all others, now we're getting closer to that little circle with the cross, then that is out of balance. So serving others to this degree, that's not really good. Serving yourself to that degree, that's not really ideal either. People could actually put the tag on that selfish or self-centered. And this one here is just, you're just going to burn yourself out. You will be literally sucked dry because people will allow it. They'll go, oh, this is good. I feel like I've got a maid, a servant. Well, you have. And we don't want that. We don't want either polarities of that, the vast contrast. But, so here we go, there's serving thyself, serving others. If we just kind of bring them together, are you getting where I'm going? Why is this so important? I think this is where this symbol came from, because it is the balance, it is the center point of the polarities. That is what we're meant to find through these trials and tribulations, through the pain, through the suffering, through the love, through the beauty, which we do get to choose, but we've forgotten that we are the creators. And in that, serving others and serving yourself is the balance of doing both. I do feel, in a way, you need to make sure you prioritize yourself, because, and this is another thing that I've had this understanding for quite a few years, is, and I'm coming from my perspective as a woman and a mother, that if I just keep letting everyone drink from my cup, this is my cup, and everyone's drinking, I'm like, okay, everyone's thirsty, come and drink, and I end up with an empty cup. What is left for me? How am I going to sustain myself? How am I going to be there for other people if I'm parched, I'm dry, I am so dry? So it's really important, I think, they say if you're in a plane and the oxygen mask drop down, oh no, I really hope no one is ever in that position. You must put yours on first, because how can you help anyone else if you're passed out? If you're out for the count, you're helpless, hopeless. So we've got to make sure, and this is not just for women, you men need to do this too, but just be careful to balance it. Balance it so that your cup is overflowing, so that you make sure that you are doing what you need to do. And it starts at the fundamental foundations of, are you sleeping well? Are you eating well? Are you moving your body? Are you fit? What are you consuming? And this is not just food and drink, that's part of it. Moderation, like I enjoy a glass of wine and a beer, but moderation, I've done the overdoing it. I've done that. I've drunk so much, I've been sick. But I don't anymore, because there's consequences for actions. There's a bit of payback on that one. And the body doesn't like it. The body wants to be balanced. The body wants to have its cake and eat it too, in a way, because it does want to enjoy life, because we're here to experience and enjoy what it is like to have a glass of wine at a sunset, overlooking with that love of your life, and eating beautiful food, but not too much. Don't eat the whole table. Okay, have I lost my train of thought? Maybe. So, yes, okay, so the foundation is take care of your body, mind, body, soul. Mind, body, soul. That our body, if we don't look after our body, it's going to be really hard to take care of the emotional side and the mental side of life. So do that. Make sure you're doing things that fuel and fill your cup. Glug, glug, glug. Let's just fill that up, because it is our children, our families, our partners, our friends, our communities that will then drink from the overflow of your cup. And that is what we want to all be doing. But be careful. Don't just put into yourself and then go, oh no, I'll get to everyone later. You've got to balance it all in the moment now. Even as I'm saying that, something else is coming in. Some people do. If they've gone that far, they just, in a way, don't be an asshole about it. But if you know you've past yourself too much. You really do. You have to put your boundaries up and go, right, I'm going to get myself to a certain level, and then I will open up to that balance of serving self and serving others. There is something else I want to touch on, but I think it's a whole other kettle of fish. And it's to do with our children, and also how our lessons in evolution and expanding have, as we want to expand and grow so quickly, that is why, like, fast expansion and evolution is painful. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is coming in my head right now. Okay, I don't know if I should just keep talking or stop and reflect and write. Because we want to do this so quick, we just want to get there, we just want to get to that place where we are everything we ever wanted to be. We want to be and do and have and be there now. And that is why we have so much trauma and suffering from childhood, because we want to do it so quick. But we can slow down. If we do slow down, we're still going to expand and grow, because we never actually ever get to a finite, this is it, this is me, this is the greatest me I'm going to be. It's constant through lifetimes and lifetimes. We are infinite, eternal beings, I believe. I could be wrong, but the evidence and experience I've had is just pointing in that direction. So my mind is open, and I'm going to allow it to let the information come in. I'm going to allow it to teach me through that experience, and I will come to conclusion and conclusion and conclusion and follow that trail, because what else is there if not this story of expansion and this story of life? We are all in our own life story, our own life movie. It's our own autobiography that we are devising and writing the script out as we speak in the moment. I'm doing it right now. You're doing it right now. And we are either, the thing is, sometimes when we don't know it, we kind of write ourselves in as a bit part, especially if you were there serving all others and putting everyone up on a pedestal. You just more than likely wrote yourself in as an extra. Don't do that, because you can be the star. You are the star. We are all the star in our own story. But you've got to realize that you are the writer, the producer, the director, and the leading role, and actually every other role, because we are all the one energy, I am believing. I'm going to just keep this open. I'm not going to say rock solid, this is it, because I'm kind of feeling like, in a way, it is. But it is for me. So I need to be fluid with that, because you're in your own storyline from your own witnessing, being the observer of your own life and in your own life. So it's going to be a bit different for everyone as we find our way. And that's okay. That's all part of it. And it is a solo journey, soul journey, but we are also co-creating as well. And I'm learning now what that means and how that looks and how that feels and how this puzzle, like when I look at everyone now, everyone looks like a puzzle piece. No, not really. But metaphorically speaking, we're all a puzzle piece. And as we come together, this is the beautiful part, our puzzle pieces come together. And I think that's where okay, Another one. Okay, soul families. Soul families are the puzzle pieces that are in our section of the picture. So, okay, as we're speaking, I'm just processing this a little bit. I'll have to go off and do it a bit more. Okay, so our soul family are important and they feel right. They feel like they fit because they're part of our section in the picture. But if you think of a puzzle, even though, say, there's this section here that I'm in and I have maybe another, 8, 10, 12 around, I feel like a soul group is a cluster. But then there's others that are also, because we're all connected, because the whole puzzle is one puzzle. Does that make sense? Okay, I'd probably, because, 2144 on the clock, numbers are very significant. They're like a little trail signpost. So every day I'm allowing those signposts to kind of show me, lead me, or confirm things for me. Okay. I'm just going to let that sink in and maybe delve a bit more into it, because I can't help myself. As I've said, I'm compelled, I tells you, to do this, and I am just enjoying learning. As I'm speaking, it's causing me to understand more and refine more. There's something in that refining, and also letting go. Sometimes we think in expansion we're just adding and adding and adding, but also sometimes parts of that is the letting go of the parts that are not actually needed, not wanted, not required. Okay, on that note, I am going to vamoose. One interesting day already. I have a few feelings I've got to go feel into. Maybe you'll do the same. And wherever you are, whatever time of day, morning, arvo, evening, I hope life is beautiful. I hope you're on your trail. I hope you're learning and growing and expanding with ease and grace. I hope you're choosing consciously and reminding yourself that you are the creator of the creation, and the creation is you. Mine is me. So I'm going to go create me a little bit more. And I'm always sending much love, and I will pop back in to Moz.